From Chandler literally vaping on camera to Chris doing something that you are not gonna believe. This is people who got fired by Mrbeast. In this first one, we have Marcus. Now, a lot of you OG Mrbeast fans will know who Marcus is. He was one of the people that everyone loved, and he ended up getting fired for doing a lot of illegal substances. Let's just say that, and it goes into more detail here.
Stupid!
Marcus first appeared in the Last to Stop Running challenge. During 2019, he appeared in many videos. He was funny, I really liked him, but the last time we saw him was in the Christmas special video at the end of 2019. So what happened to Marcus? Many speculate that he got fired by Mrbeast for buying drugs, but there's no way to verify that. But we did get to hear from Marcus himself on the issue. He posted in his Instagram story a very long rant directed at Jimmy. He threatened,
You gonna be sleeping with your eyes open when I'm done with you. So I'm gonna destroy you, bruh. I'm gonna destroy you.
and showed his disappointment.
Cause you used us.
It is unclear if, at the time of the recording, Marcus was under the influence.
Stupid!
But it seems he wasn't feeling the usual self when he claimed that Jimmy started the pandemic.
He started this pandemic for a reason.
It's a shame to see such a character go like this, but what do you think of Marcus leaving?
Now, next up, guys, we have Jake Weddle. Now, Jake Weddle was like a script writer for Mrbeast, as well as being in some of the videos, helping with the editing, just all around helping Mrbeast in every part of the team. And he ended up getting fired by Mrbeast for a few different reasons, but he goes into details here.
Hello! If you're watching this, then you probably recognize me from maybe this video. Or this video. Or maybe you saw me in a Beast hack that I did with Chris. Or maybe you saw me in a Mr. Bro video that I did with CJ. For the past year and a half, I was working at one of the most popular YouTube companies in the entire world. I was doing stand-up comedy for about 8 years when I got the job at Mrbeast. And I got brought on as a writer. My first appearance was in this video right here. It was a great opportunity, and I appreciate the opportunity that I had it, and I had it for so long. So if you thought that this was going to be an exposed video, haha, no it's not. If you thought I was going to sit here and be like, oh, Jake the Viking sells beard jelly to children, that's not what I'm doing, okay? Because me and Jimmy actually left on very good terms.
Next up, we have Matt Turner. Now, you guys might not have heard of Matt Turner because he's just an editor. He was never in any actual videos. He was just behind the scenes. And he was actually on Drama Alert talking about how Mrbeast's team and how Mrbeast's mum and Mrbeast treat the editors like absolute trash and don't even respect them at all. Let's check it out.
Mrbeast former editor posted this on Twitter. I'm not going to make a video about my time editing for Mrbeast, but I will say that was the most mentally draining time of my life. I was yelled at, bullied, called mentally retarded, and replaceable by Mrbeast every day. Being in tears and having mental breakdowns day after day. It's difficult, and after a while, it became too much. After every editing mistake I made, I was made to feel like an absolute idiot, even if the content wasn't real. Even if the content wasn't real! Bro, what are you foozing to?
Keemstar right here is going into more detail, and basically the editor Matt Turner is talking about how Mrbeast and mainly his mum, because his mum is actually his manager, treats everyone really badly.
No credit was given unless a video I edited got credited to someone else. Editors were told if we ever leave the team, we shouldn't be set up for success after, so no credit will be given. Ideas would be taken, people would be baited into the team, and I would be screamed at and then told I just misinterpreted what I heard by his impossible to please Momenger. We would be forced to re-sign NDNAs and then told that these were our glory days. So that's the summary of almost every day on the team, and that's what it was like to work for Mrbeast, and that's why I don't work there now.
To work was a blast each and every day. I got to feel like I was like a YouTuber, and not a lot of people with small channels get to make videos every single day for a living.
Now, next up, guys, we have Sneako. Now, Sneako actually ended up leaving the Mrbeast team. He didn't actually get fired. He left because he couldn't keep up with the workflow of Mrbeast. Like, obviously, Mrbeast works very, very hard, and his team does, and he couldn't keep up with it. And he goes into the, like, details right now of how hard it is to actually make a Mrbeast video. Let's check it out.
When I started working for Mrbeast, I was blown away at how he was making videos. I was used to people just around filming in public. He was operating his crew like a business. At 19, he had a manager, he had an editor, he had a grunt worker, he had funny people. He designated jobs very specifically like any other business. But for YouTube videos, we would show up at 9 a.m. and leave at 6, and we would spend an equal amount of time brainstorming as we would filming the video.
Sneako goes into more details in this next clip and then actually ends up saying the main reason why he left the team.
For example, when we were making this Lego car video, he was absolutely sure it was gonna go viral before we even started filming. It took 3 days to assemble these cars. We had to strip down the golf cart, strip down the go-kart, take these drills and attach the Legos one by one in the sun. It was a lot of work. But the whole time he had this image in mind of those Lego cars going down the street in the thumbnail with the Photoshop cop car in the back. The title is I Built a Working Car Using Only Legos. You don't need to watch that video to know that it's viral. I started working for Mrbeast 2 years ago. It didn't last long because I got caught up with my ego. I was working for a guy that used to be my fan, and this was during a time when I wasn't uploading on YouTube at all.
Next up, guys, just before we get into the final one, that is Chandler and Chris, we have Jake the Viking, another very, very big part of the Mrbeast team, and he ended up getting fired because, quote unquote, his piece didn't fit the puzzle anymore. He ended up getting fired at the start of quarantine, and Jake seems pretty salty here, explaining everything that happened.
If you're a Mrbeast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. In fact, the last video I was in was hide and seek, second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date, where it was like the hide and seek for 60K. Last video I was in. Cool. And then after that, I was no longer asked to be in any videos. I was still on payroll, still getting paid. And I took that kind of, this is cool, I get to sit at home and get paid, but at the same time, you know, what's actually going on.
So Jake is about to say exactly right now what happened in the interview with Mrbeast and his team and Jake when he got released. Let's check it out.
And everyone I talked to never really gave me any answers. And it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle, if that's the best way to put it. I had shown up, you know, I had done everything I was asked to do. I did it to the best of my ability. I helped the channel grow. When I joined, it was at 4 million, and when I left, I think we had just passed 30 million. But it was a mutual leaving.
Finally, guys, we have Chris and Chandler. Now, Chandler, first of all, was caught vaping in the back of a Mrbeast video, and you're gonna see this right now, but Chris apparently knew about this, so they're both in big trouble right now. Not sure whether they're gonna get fired, but let's just check it out.
Need you to Google one more thing. How to go Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Just last thing. Chris has 3 X's now. Chris has 3 X's now. Hey, we gave him a chance.
But guys, if you've watched right until the very end of the video, click onto one of these videos on the screen right now. Have an amazing day, and peace.